for Radiant Places and Properties. They're kind of wholly owned subsidiary of Rayonier, the timber REIT that you all are all familiar with. And I will be kind of sharing the podium with Jonathan Johnson, who represents the law firm Hopping, Sams and Green that has drafted this bill for us and has been working with county attorney and others for the edits that you see before you. So with that, I'm going to start proceeding through the presentation. Right on kind of page 2 of this is the map of the 24,000 acre sector plan, also known as the East Nassau Community Planning Area. This was approved back in 2011 after many meetings with the county and public meetings with others in attendance. And it represents not only the kind of the sector plan, but also is consistent with your comprehensive land plan for the county.
Charles, just
I'm sorry.
the chair's consent, we're missing a handout.
Okay.
You have an extra one, please.
Do you have an extra one, Mike?
Thank you.
Moving to page 3, a little bit of repeat of what I just said about the 24,000 sector plan, but kind of moving on to the second bullet point within that. In 2013, Fishkind and Associates completed a fiscal impact study indicating that it billed out that the NCPA would have produced over 20,000 permanent jobs and about a $12 million per year net fiscal benefit to the county. It also happened to be the year that the Employment Center Detailed Specific Area Plan was also approved. And today that is where the construction is underway and in a village that we have named Wildlight. In 2015, Rayonier donated the 27-acre site in this first village for the Nassau County Public Schools for an elementary school, which is now under construction, both the school facilities themselves as well as the road leading to it. Along with their commencement of construction, Rayonier has commenced the construction of their new global headquarters. And it will be relocated from downtown Jacksonville here to Nassau County, where they've been stewards of this land for a long time. In fact, I think this year marks the 90th anniversary of the company. On page 4, one of the unique characteristics of the EACPA was that there was a conservation habitat network established that roughly encompasses about 50% of the 24,000 acres of land. It's made up of wetland areas, but it's also made up of uplands that were intended to mitigate some of the impacts to the wetlands where crossings will occur in the future. And it's kind of in the analysis of this future conservation habitat network that we started to look for alternatives for what the long-term care and maintenance of those lands would need to be, including the trails and the roadways that crisscross, that habitat network. As we did our research, we landed on Florida's stewardship district legislation as kind of the best solution to achieve that long-term, public-private set of goals that Rayonier and the county set forth with these strategic holdings of the company. At this point, I'd like to ask Jonathan Johnson to step forward, and he'll take you through the next handful of pages. His firm has probably had more to do with the bills to date for stewardship districts, special districts in the state of Florida, more so than any other law firm. And so he truly is a subject matter expert on it, which is one of the reasons we selected him, because they do have the most experience and they are the best at working through these types of districts in the state of Florida. Mr. Jonathan?